Ish.
Welcome to the Yanagita Podcast Show, episode 21.
21.
We got Kellen, Thomas,
Yes.
Tyler, and myself with you today.
Ooh.
So, got a lot of questions, Q&A. Love it, gang. So, if you guys want to send us some questions, please send it to yanagitapodcast@gmail.com. Click the likes and subscribe, man. We need some likes and subscribes.
You
Come
need
on, man. We're going to
friends.
help this baby grow.
Yes.
Our goal is 1,000 subs. 1,000 subs.
Solid goal.
And just 10 likes. All we're looking for is 10 likes. That's it. 10 likes. All right. Kellen,
Yes.
I want to ask you this because this is a good question. What are some of the best ways for you to recover from workouts? What do you like to do?
So for me personally, kind of from what I learned through like here at Yanagita Fitness, for me, I would usually as soon as I get home, I take a shower, a cold shower, to recover. At first, it was kind of daunting because I was never used to a ice cold shower because when I first started, it was kind of like I had to mentally prepare myself and go into this like arm cross position and breathe in and out like multiple times to brace myself with the cold water. But after a while, it felt really nice just because like I felt like super energetic. Like I just felt full of energy after a cold shower. So now I recommend a lot of my friends, like, oh yeah, try to take a cold shower if you ever feel kind of like out of it because it just really stimulates your whole like body. At least for me personally, But some people are like, oh, I don't know about a really cold shower. I'm like, no, yeah, just try because you get used to it, right?
do.
After a while, because
Yeah.
I thought I
You
couldn't do it at first. Like I'll be like, I'll do it twice a week.
Yeah.
But now that's all I do now.
Every day.
That's all I do. Cold showers. That's all I do.
Cold showers. are
Recovery.
nice.
Yeah, but what about you guys?
I just
About-
I just take a cold shower. That's like that feels so good because now whenever I take a hot one,
Right.
it like I feel like I'm overheating.
Yes.
It like oh god.
Yeah.
It's so hot. I'm just like, oh man, now I'm sweating again.
Mhm.
And then I gotta take another shower. So I'm like, I'm just go cold.
Yeah.
And like before, I used to do the same thing as you, just like brace myself, like just like and then in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's cold.
In our mindset, we gotta be like Justin, just like easy, just
Now-
now
yeah.
we're getting
Yeah.
we're getting
now
there.
now I just like how you like pop the shower head on you.
Yes.
So I do that first, and then I stand right in the face of it, and I just just shoots all like okay, we're good. Guys.
Yeah, now it's like taking a hot shower now. It's like that's what everybody does. I'm not saying that it's weird, but it's like taking a hot shower now, especially if you're used to taking a cold shower, it's kind of like you feel
poison.
I feel really like
Poison.
too relaxed. You know what I mean? Too relaxed to the point where like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna head to bed now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
true.
totally opposite effect. I feel disgusting.
You feel, in a sense,
I
I do feel, I guess, in a way, unproductive because my body feels so like comfortable, if that makes sense. Like too comfortable.
I just
Cold showers. That's the theme.
Yeah, cold showers.
cold showers.
Cold
is-
showers.
That's the theme.
I'd say foam roll is another good thing to do.
Yeah.
Get the little roller
gotta-
out, roll around
Theraguns.
for 5-10 minutes. Theraguns are
Oh,
great.
that's a good investment.
Therapeutic machine gun. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Dun,
really.
dun, 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 dun.
I like that
Yeah,
therapeutic.
it feels really
machine
good.
gun.
Check it out.
Shoot your
Shout out.
friends.
We're not sponsored by them or anything like that. We just like the product. Theragun.
Mhm.
Theragun.com. Check it out.
It's totally worth the price.
Yeah. And recovery too. You got to drink water. Make sure you're drinking half your body weight in ounces. If I weigh 200 pounds, I want to drink 100 ounces of water. That's 2.5 of these 40-ounce hydro flasks. Making sure we drink water. Sounds pretty common sense, but sometimes we forget to do the basics. Vegetables. Eat veggies 3 times a day. 3 times a day.
No,
Promise.
want.
You gotta stop
not-
being stubborn.
I'm not being stubborn.
You gotta check that self.
not-
man.
I'm
You gotta
not-
check yourself.
I'm not-
You gotta check
being
yourselves
stubborn.
and bless yourself.
No, see, because no, wait.
What's the excuse?
The
for not eating
excuse-
Yeah,
vegetables?
what is it?
Is okay. So you have like a good source of meat, right? You have the cow.
Okay.
What does the cow eat?
That's a terrible analogy. Do not-
What is the cow?
This is horrible advice. This is just horrible advice. No, this is not valid.
I don't know if I would consider grass as a vegetable.
It's a
Yeah,
vegetable.
no, this is not good advice. Eat your veggies.
And look, he's dead.
3 times
I
a day
ate him.
with every meal.
Yeah.
No,
Three
yeah, you
times a
should
day.
eat vegetables. I'm just a stubborn little.
Yeah.
Mag-
Vegetables.
Especially-
I eat apples and bananas and grapes.
Okay.
It's good enough.
That's a good.
It's
Fruits
good.
are
No,
good
it's good
too.
enough. It's good enough. It's good. Enough.
Well, for
Nope.
now, because
For
you're
now.
young.
For now.
I don't want to live long
Yeah.
anymore.
You can't keep doing that. Forever.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Vegetables.
Kai will work it in
Veggies.
Yeah.
into my life.
But yeah, and then on top of that, make sure you guys sleep 7 to 9 hours a day, whatever the hours are.
Yeah.
Most optimal is you sleep and wake up at the same time every day,
Yeah.
so that your circadian rhythm starts balancing out. And then there is some research. I'm not gonna go full into it because there's some research that says it doesn't matter. Some say it matters. When we rise up and sleep at the same time, that's the main thing. Because the one thing that I used to mess up on was sleeping in on the weekends.
Oh, that's no good. Gotta wake up.
You give yourself jet lag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like let's just say you wake up at 5 or 6 or whatever time you wake up at.
Mm-hmm.
If you wake up at 5 every day,
Right.
and all of a sudden on Saturday you sleep until 6, Sunday you sleep until 8, 9 o'clock. Now you just gave yourself a 4-hour time difference,
Yeah.
Good job.
and
Uh,
we don't need that jet lag, and that's why we have that feeling on Monday of like, oh no, it's Monday. You know, like that's the
yes.
majority.
Yeah. That.
You know,
So what's your rhythm?
you got to just keep waking up before the sun every day. Beat the
So
sun.
that's yours. So
Yeah.
so you go to sleep what time?
Latest 10:30. At the
And then
very
you
latest.
wake up when?
4:30.
Damn.
Very latest.
11, 12, 1, 2, 3,
Normally,
4. That's 6 hours.
9.5 hours. 9.5. 9:30. 9:30.
9:30. So then you get 7.
Yeah. That's pretty.
That's solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll do 10 o'clock. I'll go to sleep and then I wake up at 6:30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good
That's
to
my
go.
rhythm. I can't even break it.
8.5.
You just yeah. I feel like as long as you keep the habit of waking up at a certain time that's like around 6 o'clock, then you're fine. But like you said, if you break that rhythm, because that happened to me like this weekend. Like I woke up at like 9, and then it's like. But before I would wake up way late, so I'm like, okay, you know what, Kellen, you broke it, but you know what? Think about it. Last time you woke up at 12, but now 9 is like late for you. So let's just get back in the, you know what I mean? So it's like you give yourself kind of that, even though you fail at times, you're not waking up as late as you were before. Because for me, I woke up at like.
As long as you don't
Really late.
full on miss breakfast. If you're missing breakfast, you're messing it up.
Oh no, yeah, my mom.
Unless you're like
Well,
a nurse.
That's perfect. We're gonna go next question, like right into that. Breakfast. Does
Breakfast.
fasting
shoots.
really work? Another
Yeah.
question from Kellen's friends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Does fasting really work?
yeah, and
It depends by what you mean by work.
Depends on what you want.
Right, because at the end of the day, the main thing is their calories, right?
Yeah.
If you need 2,000 calories, whether you eat it in 4 meals, 500 calorie meals 4 times, or you eat 2 1,000 calorie meals, the body composition is going to be very similar.
Yeah.
The only benefit is I like to do a form of fasting because you eat smaller breakfasts and you can eat a bigger 2 meals
Mm.
and you just feel fuller. And plus, I'm typically not that hungry in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Right.
good with like some water and some electrolytes and maybe some amino acids, and I'm pretty good.
Amino acids.
Yeah. So yeah, fasting is good if it's just a way of eating. What do you guys think? Fasting.
Fasting. I like it. It's a
Yeah.
good. It's very good for your body. I think it gives you a good boost. Like if you don't eat the entire day and then you work out, yeah, and then if you eat like within like 30 minutes to like an hour after that workout, your body takes in all the nutrients from what you just ate and just shoves it into your body, like all your muscles, repairs everything. I think it just feels better.
Yeah.
You get sucked in harder.
There you go.
Yeah, for me, I've been basically fasting for, I would say, since elementary, really, because I was never a fan of eating breakfast because just like Justin, I was really never hungry. So if I did eat anything, it would be either during lunch or dinner, or sometimes I would even skip dinner and just eat skip lunch and eat one big dinner. But at the end of the day, whatever works for you, as far as if it's for being able to eat more in a single meal, or if it's you're trying to lose weight, like I said, depending on what you mean by working, as long as you're able to do it and it makes you feel comfortable, makes you feel good, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
Yep. Fasting. Yeah. 6 meals a day, 5 meals a day. And I'm assuming this person's asking for weight loss.
6?
Yeah, I think
loss.
she is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say try it out if you feel like you can get better, consistent fat loss.
40
eating
days,
2,
40 nights.
3 meals a day versus eating 6 small meals.
Right.
Try it out. I mean, if it works for you, let us know. Try
all-
it out.
it's all
If you want to go
methods.
more in depth, reach out to us, message us. We'll happy to take a look at the nutrition.
Oh yeah.
Go from there.
Yeah.
But that what you put into the fasting is important too. Right?
Yes.
Because oftentimes when we fast, to break breakfast, right? We don't typically go for veggies, right? We're not going for the good stuff. We're not going for veggies, healthy fats, and lean proteins. We're gonna go for fast food. And,
Yes.
What? No.
right?
Yeah,
Sometimes
I
because
want
if you're
meat.
not used to that fasting, hungry feeling, you can just go to, you know what? I'm gonna go pick up some fast food real quick, and
Like-
sometimes we can sabotage that way too.
Yeah, so that's
So-
why even I was trying to do fasting in college. Well, I guess a year ago, right? And then I noticed that even though I was trying to fast, so like I would give myself a 14-hour window and then eat and then 2 meals or something like that, but it really matters on what food you eat, because like I remember I would eat like fast food here and there, and it felt like I was even more hungry afterwards. Like compared to if I just cooked myself, like just chicken and veggies like that. Yeah, definitely the food you consume matters a lot. Just because you need, if you're fasting, you need all of those like calories to count. So if you're just putting in like junk food, it's just gonna make you feel not bloated, and I guess in a way bloated, but you just don't have a lot of energy that you would have compared to if you ate whole foods and just
eat a steak.
steak.
One steak.
Steak
all
and-
by yourself.
Bunch of
and
veggies.
a bunch of veggies. Yeah,
Maybe not that part for me, but just the steak and rice. I'm good. That makes me
I'm
happy.
disappointed. I'm disappointed in you,
No,
Thomas.
Oh.
you could.
Now I'm depressed.
No. But yeah,
Sad.
protein and some carbs and
And an apple
and veggies and fruits. Yeah,
and a grain.
and green.
You need grains.
But yeah, just consume good food. That's the main thing. If you're fasting, consume
Yeah.
good food.
Yeah. Don't waste your stomach space
Don't waste
on
your stomach.
trash. Jack in the Box.
Jack in the Box,
that's
yeah.
a really good one.
Yeah.
So that's a good question, good answers,
Yeah.
and let's move on. Next one. What does this say? Which is harder, dieting regularly or exercising regularly?
That's a personal question, because some people, I feel like it's like easy for them to make a good diet and not work out, but some people it's really easy to work out and it's hard for the diet. Like personally, I'm more on work. Like I'll happily work out. I just don't. The diet part is really hard for me.
What about you, Kellen?
It's definitely like kind of what Thomas said. It really kind of depends on the person, but a lot of the times, I feel like a lot of people, including myself, would have a hard time at the dieting part, just because like if you hear like this is kind of a example, but like for the strongmen, their competition, a lot of the times a lot of them say the training part is easy for them, but the eating part and their diet is the challenge. So and that, for me, I'm not to that extent. I don't eat as much as them, but definitely I notice like now that I'm trying to become more healthy with the foods that I consume, like I really am wary of like what I eat unconsciously. Like I'll be like, oh, I'll snack a few like almonds here and there, but then sometimes it's like, oh man, it's kind of halfway. It's kind of like halfway down there. I'm eating a lot. So definitely I would say diet for me personally, it's just a little bit harder, just because, after a while, you're sometimes unconscious about how much you consume.
Yeah.
And
That's a good point.
Yeah, that can be dangerous too, right? If you're
Yeah.
unconscious of, because for me, for my weight loss, it was just I lost a lot of weight, but it was just cutting out all the carbs, and I didn't really eat. I just ate as much protein as I wanted. I didn't even like measure it out or anything.
Just ate it.
I just ate a lot of veggies and
Yeah.
a lot of protein. There
you go.
But
protein and veggies.
yeah, but after a while, you have to portion it out just at a certain point. If you want to, depending on your goals, for me, it's just weight loss. Yeah. So I have to really just portion, just cut down just a little, not a little, but to a certain amount to just get that weight down.
What would you say, Tyler?
Yeah, I would say, I would also say the eating as well. The training part, I would say, is not as difficult. But for me personally, I would say I have a flip side problem. For me, I would say it's like I don't eat enough. That's where my issue lies for me personally, because usually I'll skip out breakfast, and I would argue about 1/3 to close to half of the time I actually don't eat lunch. So sometimes I usually am not eating for very long periods of time. So I'm very used to not eating.
Who needs food?
Maybe only eating one meal a day, but I would definitely not suggest that. But for me, I would definitely say even eating's the more difficult part, especially just making sure that it's not only healthy, but also in the proper quantities. To either whether it be to lose weight or gain weight at the end of the day, whether you're trying to lose 100 pounds or you're trying to be the strongest man in the world, I would definitely agree that eating is, I feel like, always going to be the most difficult part. But that's kind of my thoughts on that.
Yeah.
It's definitely emotional.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Right? Food can be emotional for some people.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
And actually, a lot of people that we've worked with, food is an emotional thing. That if someone, like for instance, this guy won't eat veggies, then that's an emotional thing, right? It's an emotional thing where
No,
he
I'm not
refuses
emotional.
to eat veggies because he gets defensive about it.
I'm not emotional though.
Well, but you're getting an emotional response. You're getting reactive, right? So
No, I'm not. I'm not getting reactive at all. I'm just,
so no,
this
but
is my face.
I'm just throwing it out there. Like,
Oh.
but in general, because we might have grown up, like for instance, one of my clients in the past, because something happened when she was a kid, her defense mechanism was to eat chips to make herself gain weight, so that incident would never happen to her again. Right? And so basically, there whatever it is, it can be a coping mechanism, it can be a comfort thing, it can be even a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Right? Some cultures don't eat specific things or groups or
Right.
whatever it might be, certain lifestyles.
Yeah.
And so definitely it's an emotional thing. I mean, exercise is pretty common. Move your body regardless of lifting stuff or
Yeah.
just playing sports or whatever, but the eating is definitely emotional for some people.
I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I can't handle emotions then, because I can't change my diet. So I guess my emotions are only auto.
No, but it's case by case, because
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
some
for
I
sure.
have some friends that actually they don't eat any veggies whatsoever, but they would try substitute it with fruits and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I mean, after a
Yeah.
while, it's a I think after a certain amount of time, you might start to feel the effects of it, of not having the veggies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just wait till that time then.
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
But
Wait for it to really whack.
But yeah, I think initially for the exercising and dieting part, I think when you're first starting out, I would have, before working out, I would have like regularly before working out, if I was asked that question, I would say exercising is probably the hardest part. Just because like it wasn't a habit for me before.
True.
So I would have been like, oh man, exercising would definitely be hard. Eating is just, because
Yeah.
it's something you can just sit down and change. But once you get the habit of exercising, it's like, oh, I haven't realized how difficult dieting, the eating part is,
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely. I think in the beginning it would be exercise, but once you get used to it, then you gotta work on the dieting part. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also, to add to that too, I'd probably say the eating side is harder just because it's a social thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
right? So exercise, you can be like, you know what? I gotta go do my thing for an hour. I'll be back. Cool. But for food, when you guys are at family events or certain things or whatever it might be, and it's like,
Right.
hey, eat this, eat that. You know, you gotta try this.
Yeah.
And people can get emotional if you say, no, I'm good. So
What?
sometimes I'll just say, you know, I'm allergic to this, or I can't eat. I already ate my sugar for the day. Or sometimes I'll have something, but sometimes I'll just be like, no, I already ate. I'm full. I already had something else.
Yeah.
And then
But
your
a very
stomach
tactful
rumbles.
way to like say no, thank you.
Yeah, especially
right?
if you go
Tactical way.
Because some people can just be like, wait, I'm taking offense to him not eating what I made. Is my food not good? You know,
Then you
it's
tell them
a-
straight to their face.
it's an
yes.
emotional thing, but
Yes.
It's just-
but
yeah.
you don't want to attack ego with ego,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because then you know
'Cause then you just get
perks
an
up and-
explosion.
yeah,
Right.
it's not good. So you gotta just check yourself and play the the maneuver of like going back.
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu.
Or you could just you
Just
take
like
you take
jujitsu.
the food and then when everyone looks away, you just fold your plate.
Oh, don't do that.
That's
No, don't waste food. Don't be that guy. Don't be this guy
What?
who folds food and throws it away. Don't
Hey.
waste it.
I'm trying to save your feelings.
No, but don't waste. So just say
How do you
no,
know I'm
thank
not
you.
going to the back and giving it to some guy?
But it's all mush.
It's not mush.
You just
I
said you
preserved
folded
it
it.
fairly well.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. Give it to someone in the
I
back.
think for family events, it's really hard to because you have that grandma, nice grandma that's like, oh, eat lots of food, son, and I'm just like, oh, thank you, and it's kind of like, it's delicious food, rice, kalbi, macaroni salad, and it's just like, wow, this is, but you're just kind of like, oh man, I don't know, like so you eat just a little bit, and it's like, oh, thank you, and then when they're not checking, like kind of a mixture of what Thomas said, but you eat not all of it, but just like, okay, I'm full, thank you so much, but yeah. It's just if portion your amounts, if there are times where you have to, you know what I mean, if it's hard to get out of it, just portion it,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, because it's hard to completely avoid it sometimes.
True.
Especially in social events, so it's just like, okay, I'll take.
I can't say no to grandma.
I can't say no to.
I can't say no to grandma. If grandma gives me food, I have to eat the food.
And see, and this is where what we just talked about can help, right?
Grandma?
Working out and maybe temporary the intermittent fasting and stuff.
Yeah.
That can help. That if you know you're gonna have a Thanksgiving dinner or something like that, then
Go on a hike.
just don't eat, and
Mhm.
that this is just one form of advice, right? Just fast, do a workout, and then kind of enjoy
true.
yourself.
That's a
you
good.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, that's super. Yeah.
and so there's many types. And then some people also say the opposite: eat small meals during the day, and then just eat,
a rather large.
little,
Rather-
It all
here and there.
depends
So-
on what you want to do.
Yeah, that's why it's hard.
'Cause if
These
you're
kind
trying
of
to like,
questions
get
because
huge,
yeah,
you gotta
it's
eat a lot.
situational too.
Mm.
Depends on what size you
That's a
are,
good
your
point, yeah.
metabolism, your history.
yeah,
Mhm.
It's so hard to give
it's a personal thing.
an answer because unless we know this person
Yes.
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to
so-
judge sometimes.
Yes. So
Like-
do what feels good and works out.
Yeah, because for
Yeah.
me, if I consume the carbs, I guess I kind of overconsumed before, so it's hard to say now. But
Yeah.
if
Too
I ate
much
carbs now, I just feel like
calories.
I just gain weight like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I try to cut it out because I try to get carbs from other.
So do you not eat sandwiches?
Sometimes I do. Now, well, I think from a couple months back, I maybe eat like a sandwich maybe once every 2 weeks.
So you get 2 sandwiches a month.
Yeah.
Two
What kind
a
of
month?
what's
Yeah.
what's your sandwich looking like?
Oh no, but that's like that would be like if like kind of like a reward. I would eat like a burger.
That's not a sandwich.
Or
Is a
like-
burger a
Oh
sandwich?
my gosh. That's a good question.
Is a burger a
Is
sandwich?
a burger a sandwich?
I would.
Yes.
Is a hot
Yeah,
dog a
I would think
sandwich?
it is, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
a hot
my
dog is a
goodness.
sandwich.
Oh, a hot dog is a sandwich.
Yes.
And a burger is a sandwich?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no.
I guess a burger is a sandwich.
Mm.
It's just the bun is a circle. And it should
Yeah.
be a
Yeah,
square.
2 bread, meat, sandwich.
Sandwich.
I don't know.
Got bread in the middle too?
Yeah.
It's a bread sandwich. It's just
But,
bread.
Yeah, but before it was like nothing. Like before, I think before the 2 months more back then,
Yeah.
like nothing, like no rice. I mean, no rice still now. I don't eat rice at all now.
Oh,
Yeah, I
yeah,
told you.
I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You got,
But I'm not recommending people to do that, but it's just something that worked for me.
if
yeah.
you cut out one of them, if you cut out like carbs and then you only eat
Yeah.
protein, then you'll get slim.
Yeah,
But if you just eat rice and no protein, then go down the same way.
Is there even a benefit to that?
Yeah, you go to the
I'm
same.
just
You
curious,
go
just
down just the
carbs?
way. Because when you
Just
mix them
carbs?
together, you
No,
get.
I'm just curious.
It's not
I'm just
recommended.
curious. I don't.
Because
It's better to
check
eat
this
just
out.
protein.
Carbs are the only macronutrients between protein, carbs, and fats. It's the one that is not essential. Fats we have to have. It's essential fats, right? For our brain or heart or organs. Protein are essential, right? We need essential amino acids. But there's no essential carbs. Because your body can transform through gluconeogenesis.
Oh,
make
what the-
some-
Well, that was a big.
which
You gotta hit me with
which
the
in
word
short
again.
terms just basically means convert food into carbs.
Try to say that word again.
Gluconeogenesis.
That sounds really.
Gluconeogenesis. Okay.
Yeah.
Gluconeogenesis.
Yeah, basically it just converts food into sugar.
Oh.
So it can do that. So that's why there's
Oh,
no,
that's
there's no
why it's
essential
carbo
carb.
load.
Yeah.
You just
And when you do eat carbs, you gain temporary weight because it's a carbon and a hydration, carbohydrate, right? So you're hydrating your
I'm
body.
getting so edumacated right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like-
trying to make it as simple as possible.
Yeah.
Right?
But-
Simple as possible.
But definitely the
Breaking
carbs
my
you
brain.
intake kind of transfers to sugar, right?
Yeah.
So.
When it's too much.
Get the
Yeah.
diabetes.
But
So-
at the end of the day, it's how much total, right? Total calories and
Right.
macros.
So if I ate bread and only bread, what's gonna happen
it just
to my
depends
soul?
how much.
Just bread.
How much
No,
you
it's
eat.
just bread. That's all I
You
eat
would
is
die at some
bread.
point.
You'd
Oh, I'll die.
probably
Sooner or later.
Sooner or later,
Yeah.
just bread.
Yeah. No, you would.
because you need fats.
Okay, what if I eat bread and peanut butter?
You still.
Then I'm good. Am I safe?
I mean, you wouldn't.
For you'd be sustaining.
I'd be okay.
Yeah, because you'll have a little bit of carbs, fats, and proteins.
But your life would be very unhappy.
According to my.
No sushi. Oh, you don't eat fish, huh?
Yeah, I don't eat fish.
Dude, you're
Okay.
weird.
Stop attacking me!
Hey, we're gonna just call this the roast on Thomas show.
No. We should.
You know what? Everyone does it to me
This
anyway.
is great, man.
We should.
I apologize, but I don't regret anything.
It's okay. Everyone who watches this is gonna come to the gym and they'll be like, "That's the guy.
That's
the
Let's go be
That's
on
the
this
guy.
guy." It's just-
You know
That doesn't eat vegetables.
you know what? I'm gonna take a
actually,
broccoli.
All emotional.
Nah, we should.
Not emotional.
Doesn't
Not
eat
even start
fish.
crying.
eat fish.
But
Okay.
As we
we'll
said,
stop.
we know that Thomas, even though Thomas doesn't like vegetables, well, is there some things that we don't like? Because I personally cannot eat tomatoes by itself.
Really?
Like a whole tomato, I can't. But if
Nah,
it's
man.
mixed,
Who's
I know
a tomato?
I know
It's
some
a
people
fruit.
can.
It's
You just
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Just do
I
it.
cannot. I can't do that person. But I can mix it in with stuff and eat it. But is there anything you guys have a hard time eating?
everything.
Mm.
Everything that's green,
Are
get
you-
it out.
Are you
I don't
referring
want
to
it.
like veggies in specific or just general?
Anything.
I would say the only thing that I've eaten as of recent that I have a hard time with would be like natto. But other than
Okay,
that,
wait.
Okay.
Everyone's like, oh, relatable.
Wait,
Back
what
back
is-
in
what
the
is
day.
for me,
natto?
it's not the taste. That's the thing. It's not a taste thing for me. That's it's
Texture.
okay.
It's
And
the texture.
But that's so funny. People
it
keep
the
saying
smell?
texture.
It
No,
is.
it's not the smell.
What is it?
And
the
it's not the texture.
It's
What
not-
is it then?
I
There's
want
nothing.
to-
Well, hold on.
Thomas, you're all
But
fired
the best
up.
way I can describe it, it's like whenever I try to swallow it, my body will instantly have like an automatic gag reflex.
So it's the
I don't
texture.
know
It's the
if
texture.
Is it a texture
Yeah.
thing?
That
Like,
is-
Texture.
I knew it. It's the texture.
It's the slimy, yeah.
It's like
yeah,
eating
so
a
it's like
slug.
it doesn't taste bad, it doesn't smell bad. I can chew it, but the second I try to swallow it, my body's like, no, you don't want this in your stomach, kind of thing.
Oh,
So
What
it's not
is
that I can't
natto?
eat it.
fermented
but-
soybean.
And you know, this is really good because just like like that defense mechanism, some people have that gag reflex to vegetables. And I've
Yes,
had
yeah,
people
right here
where
all day.
yeah,
I can't do it.
and you know it's crazy because there's something registered in the brain, something emotional that happened where it's like this memory makes me not want to eat this broccoli.
Yeah, there's.
When I eat broccoli, I gag. Like for instance, that's not me. I love broccoli.
So I need to
But-
go to therapy and find the memory and just have it evicted from my brain.
It depends how extreme it is too, because a lot of the times when.
So do you not
Yeah.
eat any veggies?
I won't eat it.
Well,
You
there's
won't
a
or you
couple.
don't want to?
I can't. The second it touches my tongue, I'm like, "Ugh."
We're gonna go to Whole Foods after this.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to
let's do
Whole
it.
Foods.
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
do it. Can we do
And
it?
we will film this for you guys. We're gonna
Oh,
film this.
We're gonna vlog
We're gonna
Thomas's.
film
No, no,
this.
just
We're
a
gonna
little bit,
vlog
just a little bit.
We're gonna
Thomas
torture you with
eating.
vegetables.
I'm
Well,
not saying
vegetables
torture you. I'm
are
not saying
good.
torture you.
No, because keeping it real though, we gotta eat veggies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the
The time will
sustenance of
come.
life.
Just
Today's the day.
put it in curry.
You know what I mean? Like, today is the day.
Today is the day.
Today is October 7th, 2020.
I don't have my watch.
We are gonna
You have
get
your phone.
veggies
There we go.
in your system. Whether it's in liquid form or in food form, we will do it.
Yeah.
Got it. Next question.
Liquid form.
Dang. Okay. How important is a rest day, or is it good to work out every day?
Importante.
What do you guys think?
I think it's good.
What
It's,
is-
it's
what
good.
is
It's
good?
good to rest because
For
you don't
sure.
want to go hard when your body is shot. You know what I mean? Because you're just
Yeah.
ripping what's already ripped, and then you're just going even further. It's like, yeah, destroy me more. Come on, why?
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
should
True.
rest.
True. True. True.
Rest is important,
Yeah.
but I'm not saying that you should take an entire week off.
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
You just space everything properly to where you're not dying every second of your life, and then just live.
Just
Just
live.
Be happy.
Just live. Be happy.
Yeah. Well, rest days are good. It also depends on your job too,
Yeah, very true.
because,
Mhm.
like for instance, if we are training construction workers, that
It's
is a
workout.
labor job, or concrete, or any like labor job
I'm not a mason.
Yeah.
where they're moving stuff 7-8 hours a day. They're lifting stuff overhead. They're pushing stuff. They're pulling
Yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
They're dragging. They're walking. Oh man, that person might not need to work out that often. Might just be exercises to counterbalance
Right.
and
Yeah.
really focus on stretching and recovery and foam rolling, mobility stuff.
Yeah, I should have totally
Yeah.
did that.
I think when I worked in housekeeping during the summer, I think that definitely played a role in my weight loss too. Just because after I would
Moving around.
do housekeeping, I go straight to the gym, right? So that when you said that just clicked to me because we had to do a lot of carrying, a lot of. But there, it depended on some days. Like some days, I would just mainly just vacuum, not really carry heavy things. But
Yeah.
if we had like projects of like moving like big drawers into like the second
Yeah,
floor, because
that's-
we have
yeah.
cottages, right? So you have to carry a bed
Yeah,
up like to the
good
second
workout,
floor. And then
functional.
I'm seeing these like 50, 60-year-old uncles, like easy.
Just
Yeah.
eat.
Like they just do it so easily.
Strength,
They're like
leverage.
Yeah, they're just like, Kellen, you okay? And I'm like, I'm okay, uncle. And they're like really, really
Yeah.
like easily. So I give them a lot of props. What?
Gotta be strong like that.
Oh my god, I am freaking out. It's all technique. It's
part
just
of it.
years and years
Part
of
of it, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, one of my uncles, he just whenever he does a task of whether
That
carrying
guy is a
something-
black belt mover then.
black
I
belt
think-
mover.
It's
I
like
think so.
the hand
All
position
back.
of where you hold.
Yes, yes.
I guarantee the leverage in the squat and the hip positioning and where the hands go and where your body leans forward. Like there's an
Yes.
angle to everything. And if we're a white belt, you're using a lot of strength.
Yeah, you're
Ah.
forcing it.
Versus the guys like, hey man, no problem, one hand. Hey, Kellen, you good?
Yeah. No,
You know?
especially like with
That's leverage.
especially
It's
with
technique.
pillows.
Black
and-
belt movers.
Yeah. He would carry like a bunch of blankets and pillows at a time. Before I would carry it like this, okay? But then he would be like, okay,
Arm
Kellen,
curled.
and then he does this right with his
Yeah.
shoulder, and I'm like,
See?
oh, he's like, yeah,
Leverage.
Kellen, you have to put it on your shoulder because if you hold it like this, then it's gonna be oh.
So like right
So
here.
it's all like so.
Yeah.
Once I did that, I was like, that makes it's so,
Leverage.
so
Yeah.
it's a lot of technique that
Technique.
pretty underestimated to be honest.
Yeah.
It's a lot of technique.
You know, yeah, so much people they just underestimate the shoulder. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that-
I underestimated
You're
it.
like,
it helps out. a
How do
lot.
you do all that? You just put it on your shoulder
on your
and
shoulder.
walk. Just go.
Just
Just
go.
go.
Be free. Like
Yeah.
you don't go double doing because you need to balance. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah,
want to.
yeah,
You don't want to overdo it
Yeah.
So yeah.
just because it's light now because
Mhm.
it's on your body.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just connection.
Yeah.
So recovery, take a rest day. Yeah.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. It all depends. on how you
Sometimes
do
your
it.
workout can really just be 15-20 minutes of a little circuit training and a little stretch, and
Oh, yeah.
you're
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
But
For sure.
yeah, I would say just do something
Mm-hmm.
5-6 days a week and just make sure you're stretching out and
Yeah.
making sure you're recovered, doing the cold showers, the eating good
Mhm.
stuff, some veggies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, eating the good stuff.
Whole Foods.
So
Yes.
rest is important, especially so this is for athletes or anybody pushing the limits. If you notice your performance or the weights you use are going down, you need a rest day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you're working out all the time and things are going down, you either need to focus on recovery or rest day.
Right.
And most of the time it's I would say there's a big debate. Overtraining versus under recovery. Right? I believe in the under recovery side. Because to actually overtrain your body, what the body is capable of is crazy. Right? Like some of our farmer classmates who are on the farm 12 hours a day carrying stuff, moving stuff.
Right.
That's hard work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, farm work is
And
very
so,
hard.
but they recover. They drink a bunch of milk and
Yes.
eat some potatoes and veggies, and they sleep 8
have
hours and
unbelievable
Potatoes.
they're good to go.
Yeah, especially in Japan.
So-
The farm workers in
Yeah,
Japan,
the farm workers,
like
yeah.
they would walk up steep hills,
Yeah.
and they would be in front of the cameraman like far away, and they're
Yeah.
like, it's
Just running.
Yeah.
Rest.
Just
Rest is good.
I can't run.
Yeah. Good
Yeah.
stuff. You can't run. So we're gonna get you to run and eat veggies.
Run.
So
At the same time.
moving
same
on.
time.
What time of the day do you prefer exercising, and what time do you think is the best time to exercise? What do you guys think, Tyler? What you think, man?
I feel like this is mostly a personal preference and also depends on when you have actually the ability to, because sometimes people have either graveyard shifts, some people have early morning shifts or midday shifts. So first, it all depends on where you have time. But personally, I prefer to work out either in the middle of the day or later in the evening.
Yeah.
For me, I would say it's probably more beneficial to do it in the morning, but that's where I have difficulties with, not in the sense of like waking up, but the sense of having my body fully prepared to actually do a workout. For me personally, usually takes me quite some time to actually get fully going and the body ready to go. So usually I would rather do them, for me, again, in the middle of the day or afternoon, because that's usually when I feel like completely active, but also at the same time, it just works out for me in time wise, but also it makes it easier for me to actually sleep personally, especially when it's later in the evening. Not too late anyway, so I can actually go to bed, but because it's like you get the body super tired if it's like maybe anywhere between like 4 to 6 o'clock. You take a shower, you eat, you read something or you watch something right before you go to bed, and just because you worked out and just because you had something to eat and just because you take a shower kind of has this compounding effect where you're just like ready to go to sleep.
It just stacks up,
But
right?
that personally, that's how I feel for me anyways. But again, I would believe that morning workouts are probably more beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah,
I'd say it's pretty much the like personal preference. Same with what time you sleep and stuff. If it's main thing is consistent workout times around the same time. If you're kind of in the morning, you're kind of in the morning. If you're kind of in the afternoon, you're kind of in the afternoon. And that's the main thing, I think. It's the consistency, but also with a bunch of people, the two times that really work for long term, right? Because we're not talking about working out for 1 or 2 months. We want the goal to be working out for life. And more often than not, we're not as distracted if we do morning workouts.
Right.
Right.
Huh.
So meaning like you read it in books and studies all the time, right? A lot of the successful people, they work out first thing in the morning or whatever. And the reason is they have a lot of responsibilities, from running different things to organizations, maybe churches, to their friends and their family and kids events and all that.
Right.
And then if they're with their kids and running around, then that afternoon is blocked out. And so it really just depends what time. Like I used to work out a lot in the afternoon before. I think it was maybe like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock back in college. Yeah.
Yeah.
In Oahu. It was after school. Yeah, about 4 o'clock we'd work out.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, for my schedule at that time, it worked out. And I would say it just kind of kept getting earlier and earlier, like 10 o'clock. At one point it was 10 o'clock, and then it became 8 o'clock. And yeah, so personal preference, whatever you feel like you can stick with long term, I would do that. Yeah, whether it's morning or afternoon or nighttime, or if you do work graveyard, then I would say there is some research that if you work out 3 hours, because you don't want to get too close to working out and sleep,
Right.
Because you don't want to get all fired up
Right.
with the endorphins and
I think the main thing is just
do
find
it.
out. Yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Nike.
Nike.
Just do it.
Let's go. Just go. Next one.
Get some.
What BJJ Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu routines do you do post roll to combat the high strain it has on your joints and back?
Well, I guess we can tackle before we like roll stuff.
Is this after or before?
Pre
Before
and
and
post.
after.
Pre and post. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Stretch.
You gotta
Yeah.
stretch, mostly the neck.
Yeah, everything. Stretch everything. Do a light warm up, and especially if you're somebody that, let's say if you worked at a sitting job all day and you need more to warm up, then take more to warm up.
Yeah,
You
for
know?
sure.
Like if some people are warm in 5 minutes of jogging or something like that, and a little little warm up, maybe you need 10 minutes. Some people need 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I've heard of some people really needing 15 minutes to get warm on their joints and everything,
Yeah.
and for their brain, after work.
Right.
Some people are just so exhausted. Once they get the blood flowing in 15 minutes, they're like, all right, now I can go lift weights.
Now I can
Right.
attack
Or whatever it is.
choke
So,
your neck.
yeah, what do you guys do to recover?
For
It's kind of similar to that other question, right? The cold
I-
showers and
Yeah.
just
eating pretty good. It's all the basics.
Yeah.
Nothing fancy. Eating good,
Yeah, for the-
resting, recovering,
Right.
sleeping 7 to 9 hours.
Yep.
Getting enough protein, stretch,
Yeah.
foam roll.
I think for the pre-roll, like before doing rolls,
Yeah.
I think the stretching part, I think increasing your flexibility
Yeah.
each time you do it is super important, because I'm still working on the, what is it, where you spread your legs and then you have to go.
Oh, the hamstring stretch.
hamstring
Yeah.
stretch, yeah. That I'm trying to make sure every time.
Get
I-
it nice and wide.
Yeah, I'm trying to because when I see you do it, I'm like, oh my god, that's so wide. So I'm trying to slowly try to get to it.
See,
and then,
you gotta have him grab you. This is and then just
Partner strength.
just
partner-
push you
yeah.
to your absolute limit.
next time. Yeah.
It feels
I gotta-
so bad.
But
It
afterwards,
hurts.
I mean, initially it's a lot of pain, but
Oh,
afterwards
yes.
it's like,
Yeah, it's like
Pretty good.
I got
Yeah.
another inch today.
I got another inch today.
now just got another.
Tomorrow.
I don't even know how big the distance is. And,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Very
Stretching is very
interesting.
important.
increasing flexibility. Yeah.
Increasing
I think about 5-10 minutes of stretching, and then a nice 10% roll with somebody.
Yeah.
That gets you pretty warm, because then you're activating everything, and you're doing small maneuvers, and then you kind of
Yeah.
get juiced a little bit.
It's at a 0 to that 10%. 100%.
That's but then,
Yeah, that's to get injured.
no, yeah, you're gonna get hurt because you're not fully warmed up, and then
yeah.
and then after you do the 10 and you feel like little beads of sweat,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
little ones. Then you
Then you're set.
then you would roll with Kellen and get attacked at full 2,000%.
2000.
Kellen.
Because Kellen is over 9,000.
No,
Just-
No. No.
And then you get really, really warm. You're pretty much hot, you need a nice shower after with Kellen. You just
Yeah.
get all cool.
Good times.
It is good. Too bad we haven't rolled in.
Let us know if you guys enjoyed this form of podcast. Leave your comments, like, subscribe, and I'm curious because we're gonna go to Whole Foods and get you some veggies. After
Oh, yeah?
this.
Yeah, we are.
So
For free? Oh,
we're
can you
gonna
give me
get
bacon,
you
too?
veggies, no bacon.
What?
We're gonna go straight veggies.
No, their bacon is good.
No need.
It's not weak.
I never heard Justice say that before.
Just eat veggies. Don't get an emotional response. Don't get emotional.
Getting-
Be strong.
You know what I wish I could do right now? Just gone.
Oh,
Gone.
See?
Just
go. Instant
we're,
transmission.
we're pricking the
Gone.
emotions. It's
don't
good.
prick them. They're
It's good. No.
No.
Well, veggies. We're only. This is called good pressure.
good
good.
pressure.
Good pressure. Huh?
Good pressure.
It is
man.
good pressure.
Well, pressure makes diamonds. What's wrong?
What if I don't want to be a diamond? Huh?
Oh, you could
ever
be
think
emerald.
about that?
You could be emerald.
No, I want to be a lump of coal thrown into a train
And then-
power the train.
But that-
Thomas the train.
Thomas the
You can just go.
Thomas the Train.
Oh man, we need good. I wish we had edited. Man, we could have had like the Thomas the Tank Engine,
That
and then with
is
Thomas
great.
the Tank.
Just throw me in.
Oh my god.
Gone. I will take everyone to Hogwarts.
Yeah.
And-
Veggies and fish. We gotta get you. We
I don't
live on
want
an
fish.
island.
We can do.
You
veggies,
should
I
feel
think. Veggies.
happy I
I'm
don't
gonna-
eat
I'm
fish.
gonna-
There's more fish for everyone else.
We're gonna
One
make-
step at a
pretend that fish is chicken. And
Fish
you're
is
gonna eat it
chicken.
and enjoy it.
I'm
and
not
you're
gonna
fall
enjoy it.
in love with fish.
Nope, I won't. I don't like it.
Same with the veggies.
Nope.
We're gonna
Oh,
blind.
you're gonna tell me the vegetable is chicken?
Yeah.
You know, that's how my dad got me to eat calamari for
Dude,
the first
those
time. He's
vegan
like,
patties.
it's chicken.
Those
And I'm
vegan
like-
patties.
You know.
Hey, those vegan patties are legit.
Patty?
The
Oh yeah, those vegan.
right?
Yes. Okay.
Corn,
Yes.
all this other stuff in there.
Beans.
It's a
Beans
great-
is
Beans,
beans
whatever.
is a big
yeah.
part of the veggie burgers.
So
yeah.
that's what we're gonna do. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay healthy, stay fit, and subscribe.
Ah, yes.
All right.
Yes. So.